How dare you question the ingredients of an experimental jab that has no long-term studies? What is this term anti-jabber? Because I can't say the other word because, clown world. It's really simply a propaganda term and smear campaign that was created by pharma industry, really to discredit anyone who dares to question what they're doing. This is called gaslighting, which is something that a lot of narcissists often use to abuse their victims. And what is the best way to gaslight an entire planet? It's really to mass broadcast really scary, confusing, repetitive information across all social and media platforms and then give no one the ability to question you. Then you also silence one side altogether. So then the public is left to fight and argue amongst themselves, which is what is happening right now. This is a classic divide and conquer technique. In this case, the abuser is the media who parrot this phrase, anti-jabber. Repetition is a form of programming and mind control. It can also be used for both good and bad, right? You can repeat positive affirmations to self, like, I create my own reality, or I'm powerful, And this repetition rewires your thought patterns to a more positive frequency. It shifts your perception. But you can also use repetition for programming subconscious thoughts of propaganda. Fear, lower frequencies, really, that are meant to control you and your thoughts and actions. Anti-jabber. Stay home, save lives. Right? Trust the science. Over and over and over again. And we've all been subjected to this control. Everybody has. And they've been manipulating us for a very long time. I was asleep to it. Absolutely. And then I woke up to it. And so then this victim or codependent person parrots whatever the Mockingbird media says. They go out and spread this government propaganda, believing that they are being a good, obedient citizen, so to speak. Stockholm syndrome is also a lot like this behavior. The Stockholm syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where hostages have empathy and think more positively towards their captors, often to the point of defending them. And right now, we have a lot of people, or rather hostages on the planet, praising their captors, which aka the narcissist government, that are controlling us because they seek approval from them. I don't want to be a bad person or a bad citizen. This is based in fear. The fear of not being accepted by peers or authority is a really powerful motivator. Also, this goes both ways, regardless of political affiliation or not. So I'm not, pointing at one particular area. It doesn't matter who you are. Your belief system in most narratives is based on repetitive messaging that has no basis in real world experience. And in psychology, that's called behavioral modification or indoctrination. Propaganda is another word. On the street, we just call it coordinated lying by professional liars, right? Professional liars in government, medicine, science, media. We right now are living through an epic psyop this is not a pandemic. And I know that will resonate with certain people. And as far as I can see, the anti-jabber has no agenda. I don't see any agenda. They have everything to lose. Their job, their friends, their finances, by sharing truth and warning humanity. Yet somehow they are the ones conspiring against humanity, not the multi-billion-dollar pharma industry whom profit off of us staying perpetually sick. It's mind-baffling. Big Pharma's biggest fear is a well-informed and healthy society, is it not, right? And on that note, do you think we'll ever see a cure for cancer? I would love to hear from people on that one. There are no rights left. Zero if you lose the rights to your own body. Pretty simple, really. Done. We are in the middle of a tried and true classic divide and conquer tactic. not based in any reality. So wanting to wait and see about this warp speed gene therapy, because it's not a vaccine. I said that word, sorry. It doesn't make you Republican, Democrat, or crazy for wanting to wait. And you can care deeply about humanity and help expose nefarious agendas, and there are a lot. You can also care about the safety of others and not be a Q follower. Q is a psyop, but that's just my opinion. We should all have the ability to speak freely. We are our own saviors. You have the power within you. You've always had it. You can also care about my body, my choice, and informed consent with pharma and not be a right-wing extremist. Stop playing in duality. Stop playing in polarity. Us versus them. My team is better than your team. Stop. Envision unity consciousness. Promote oneness. Perhaps you too feel we're all more tolerant and accepting of each other's differences than what the corrupt media would like us to believe. That's how I believe. Mainstream media is nothing more than a stage full of controlled actors with cameras showing you what they want you to see. Truly. And it took me a while to wake up to that. Now it's just in your face. How did humanity really reach a point where Big Pharma is experimenting on billions of us? And not only are a lot of people okay with this, they are not okay with the rest of us not wanting to participate in the experiment. It's mind-blowing. And this is even when they admit the jab does not make one immune, nor does it keep them from passing it on. Fear, false evidence appearing real. I'm sure you've seen this. Fear is not real. It's simply the product of thoughts that you create. You and you alone are the one who feeds that fear frequency. Danger is real. Fear is a choice. So self-love, healing from past trauma, that will help release this fear frequency. Healing yourself. And I'm not exempt from fears creeping up at all while I'm on my spiritual awakening journey. No. Fear comes up. Hey, what's up? Healing is constant. I mean, we're in the middle of a lunar full moon eclipse in Sagittarius. Hello, crazy. So, does it make any sense to have an industry that has paid billions in criminal fines for bribery, lying, falsifying data, silencing dissenters, and who's also now exempt from liability? And how are anti-jabbers the crazy ones? How many more decades will we cry foul at the pharma industry and watch these industries get bailed out and then repeat that abusive pattern? How many more years will we, the 99% lest we forget, allow this control and abuse to continue until we empower ourselves, stand up, unite, and say no? And speaking of sharing truth and exposing corruption and nefarious agendas, where the heck did that Occupy Wall Street movement go? I mean, come on. Let's revamp that movement, y'all. Unite the 99% across the earth, not just America, and then take our power back from this dark side, this 1%, these overlords. There's so many names for them. So me personally, the way I look at the jab is how a lot of how I treat my iOS update. I'm one of those weirdos who waits 6 months to maybe a year before I update my iOS. I prefer to just wait it out, let them fix the bugs, and then I watch on social media how the world jumps on there and complains about how their iPhone exploded after the update. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. I'm also a fan of second opinions, especially when they are important life decisions, which is really common sense. So no one challenges parents for researching the safest car seats or cribs. The same should hold true when parents want to be fully informed about what makes up the jabs intended for their kids. And even if you don't have kids, it's okay to question. And let's get real. Any product that needs celebrity endorsements or bribing people with donuts or alcohol or $1 million and has laws against anyone who speaks against it. Also, big tech giants banning info about the dangers of it. This is probably a product that you don't want to inject into your body. I'm just saying. And there are a lot of us who distrust the powers that be for good reason, and we should. They've lied to us so many times. They've lied about saturated fats, tobacco, asbestos, mercury fillings, fluoride, opioids, GMO, pesticides, cancer-causing aerosols, lead in paint, natural remedies. But sure, they're telling us the truth about COVID or the experimental gene therapy, right? We are the experiment. We are the trial. And I know I won't be consenting to any experiment on my body by a bunch of psychopaths with a needle fetish trying to tell me how to live my life. Nope. And as I speak, the FDA, the same organization that we fund with our tax dollars, they are actively removing natural remedies and supplements, including NAC, which helps fight C19. They also silenced ivermectin and also hydrochloroquine, but guess who doesn't make record multi-billion-dollar profits in these cheaper alternatives? I'll let you answer that one. So trust your intuition that something is not adding up, and just let go of fear. Empower yourself to seek further knowledge, especially from those who are being censored. That should be a massive red flag for people to listen to them. That's the least people can do. Why do you not trust the immune system your creator gave you, right? The best way to boost your immune system simply is eating organic, high vibrational foods. If not organic, just wash them really thoroughly. Get some vitamin D, right? Breathe in that oxygen, go out in nature, listen to soulful music, meditate, do breath work, exercise intelligently, sun gaze to open up that pineal gland, right? Ground yourself in the earth, and speak repetitive positive affirmations to yourself. That's another good one. We can't force another to see something they're not ready to see. But please keep speaking your truth, because you never know who is listening. And I can promise you that you are not alone. There are a lot of souls awake and that are waking up right now, that are empowering themselves and speaking their truth. You, light worker, starseed, way shower, awakened warrior, badass, you are here and aware for a reason at this time. And literally, we need all hands on deck. Seriously. So if you're awake and unplugged from this control system matrix, if you can see through the illusions and the deception that's glaring, you are part of the solution for humanity. It's time to rise up, unite, and take back our power. And that's all I got. Hope everybody's well. Bye.